For more than a half-century, George Hamilton has seen it all, from Broadway to the silver screen to a brilliant tango on Dancing with the Stars, and he tells all in his new memoir, Don't Mind If I Do. George Hamilton is with us live in the studio this morning. Good morning. Great to see you.
Yeah, I've never seen a whirling dervish like you.
With outside,
inside, back and forth. Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, you know, this is how we stay employed. What made you decide to write a memoir?
Well, it comes a time when you figure it's good to sort of get into all of that and put it behind you in some way. But my desire always, when I saw Niven, he used to tell great stories at dinner. Yeah. And they at least had a beginning, middle, and end, rather than, you know, just trailing off into nothing. So I thought, if I wrote a book, I'd like to do that. So they gave me the chance, but I didn't. There's a lot of other actors who written
before
books
you
like
had forgotten the ending. You might as well tell it now.
I know, or it might be the ending.
There you go. And we're speaking of David Niven, of course. There's this great letter that's in this book that dates back to somebody who saw you for, was it for a screen
It was
test?
Al Trisconi, who was the talent scout at MGM, and Benny Thaw was the head then. And they always gave critique when they heard that you might be coming under contract, or they were even thinking about it. In my case, they weren't even thinking about me becoming.
Right. And they didn't really think very much of you.
Well, no, I was limited. You're happy to go ahead and read it, Harry.
The headshots Mr. Hamilton have provided have a dated look, better suited to the silent screen than the post-James Dean era. Frankly, his ideas of what our modern movie industry finds appealing forced me to stifle a laugh.
It's perfect.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Well, but they made me get up and do something, and I said, well, sing something. I said, what am I going to say? I started to sing La Vie en Rose. I thought it would be very sophisticated, and I started singing it and forgot the words.
Were you in the wrong era? Did you come along at the wrong time?
Yes. I mean, first I entered the studio. There was Cary Grant sitting at one table, Gary Cooper, Gregory Peck, Ty Power, Clark Gable.
Unbelievable.
And I sat down with Robert Mitchum, which was an extraordinary story in itself. I told the guys, I'll tell you very quickly if I may. We were working, doing a picture called Home from the Hill, and he says, have a couple of shots with me. I didn't know what that, I thought that meant film shot. We went into a bar at 7 o'clock, and at 3 in the morning, they closed the bar, and then they said to us, it's time to go. He said, I'm opening up. At 6 o'clock, we were still in there, and I said, Mr. Mitchum, I'm up first, I got to shoot. He said, no, follow me. Walked down to the studio, went to the stage. He says, lie down over there in that camera blanket. I fell asleep. He fell. An hour later, they handed me a Bloody Mary and one to him. We shot our lines, and by 11 o'clock, we were out. and they looked at him, and they said, Mr. Mitchum, are you all right? He said, oh, I know the lines. I'm just too drunk to say them.
I want to very quickly talk about Dancing with the Stars. The phone rings. They said, come on the show. And your first impulse was?
I didn't even know what it was. I mean, I thought I just want employment.
Yeah.
And I broke 4 ribs. There I am, looking at my best Errol Flynn. I broke 4 ribs, and at the same time, I busted my knee on Broadway, and I decided that I just wanted out. But they made me do it.
Don't Mind If I Do is the book. George Hamilton, what a pleasure to see you,
Harry, you'll be whirling around here, and I'll be watching you.